Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and most welcome guests. Attitudes. Now we're advancing from a wonderful speech from Ron to something that I hope inspires you, motivates you, and causes you to take a new look at your attitudes. I want to ask you 3 questions. What attitude did you wake up with this morning? As you prepared to come to work, how did you receive the day? Did you wake up and say, oh gosh, I got to do this thing again? Or were you receptive to the positiveness and the joys that the day could bring? What was your attitude in traffic as you were cut off? Did you cuss somebody out? Did you allow that negative energy to infiltrate what could be a glorious day? What attitude did you bring here? Did you say hello to everyone you saw? Did you welcome our guests? Or did you just take your seat? You see, it's about attitude. Attitude and awareness. What is attitude? How many in the room have kids? Good number. How many of your kids give you attitude? From the one little kid who doesn't get what he wants to the older teenager who is just tripping out because she broke a nail. Attitude. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about an attitude that will shape your life, enhance the possibilities of what could be, or distract from what you already have, or what you could have. Attitude affects 3 areas of the brain. The first part is emotional. It causes us to ask, how do you feel about it? How do you feel? The next is, what do you think about it? Are you happy it happened? Kind of sad that it happened? What do you think about this situation? And the last, what are you going to do about whatever it is? Let's test this theory. Let's say you're on vacation. Wonderful time away. You're in Greece. Remember all of you that had kids? 116, 117. And you left them at home thinking they could handle it. That's what you walk into. Party galore. First question I'll ask is, how do you feel about that? Remember the picture. How would you feel walking into your home, seeing it destroyed, beyond destroyed? What do you think about it? Because I know my first thought is, I'm going to kill me a kid. I'm going to kill me 2 kids, and then I'm going to kill all the kids that did that. That's how I think. So how do you think about it? And the next part, what are you going to do? Okay, realization kicks in, and I really don't want to kill my kids because I don't really have the time to do jail right now. And I don't really want to raise them to believe that when you make such a bad choice, all the other things that happen are bad choices too. This leads me to believe attitude is a choice. How you receive the day, how you woke up this morning, how you receive people at work, in meetings, and then when you go home. Your attitude becomes a choice. You can wake up and see the world as negative as you went to bed. Or you can wake up and see what was yesterday and change your outcome for the whole day. That's a choice. attitudes are developed through experiences and various relationships. Relationships you had with your parents, with their friends, with school, with church run, with anybody you meet. You gain the knowledge of experience. Let's think, will changing your attitude mean happy family time? Happier life socially with your friends? What about your career? Do you think maybe changing your outlook and your attitude may give you better happenings in your career? My guess is yes. Studies say yes. So how do we work on our attitude? The first step for change is understanding what needs to be changed. What is your outlook? You see, we all have human needs. So it's figuring out what you need and then deciding to take the steps to reach those needs. Does it always work? No. But I guarantee with a lot of practice, patience, and time, you can start to change your outlook. When you change your outlook, you change your attitude. When you change your attitude, you change people's attitudes and views towards you. You become something that everyone either wants to be or wants to be around. It's doable. You have to decide, do you need to change? So that's a hard look at you. That's looking at what you're doing now, what you did yesterday, how you did it. Make that decision. Then you have to decide, will your change in your attitude be worthwhile? What do you get from it? Do you get everybody yelling, woo-ha, woo-ha, you did it, you changed? Or is it more of an internal feeling? Because once you reach it where it's an internal feeling, you're more likely to make that change. Once you make that change, it will stick because you see the good in what you're doing. You see the benefits. You see the advancement in your life on a day-to-day. Then you need to believe that you can change. If you wake up in the morning and say, I can't do it, I just can't change, I can't do it, I quit, never gonna happen. But if you wake up with that go-get-em attitude, that good old college try, that I can do this, change begins. And again, once change happens, you can change your attitude. You can change how you look at yourself, and you can also change how other people see you. The biggest step is believing that the change can happen. Everything that I've talked about means nothing if you don't believe it. If you get up and give it the old college attitude, but somewhere in the back of your mind you're still thinking, it won't work for me, it works for everyone else. It definitely won't work. Studies show that when we talk negatively to self, negative happens. When we change that attitude to become positive self-talk, all things are possible. You have to have hope. Hope is looking at what can be rather than looking at what can't be, what can't become. You have to have focus. In every aspect that you want to change, you will not be able to change it if you don't focus on your core. Determination. This is like playing a college sport. God, I need you to be determined in your change for attitude. Because once you're determined, again, you're talking to yourself and you're telling yourself that you can do it. You're reading positive affirmations. You bring new light to your table. And it always helps to have a positive outlook. I want to share a brief story. This is so brief and so vivid in my mind because it happened last night. It goes along with this speech so well that I'm going to can what I was going to say. So if I get a little emotional, bear with me. My daughter bought her first car. She was so proud of herself. She saved up her money. She bought it with cash. She had it for 2 months. She called me yesterday in tears. Mom, there's stuff leaking. There's a smoke. It's flying. There's something coming. It's going to blow. I'm at work. I leave work and I go to my child, who is now at her boyfriend's house, in tears. There is radiator fluid all over the ground, and she's sitting on the ground with turkeys around her saying, why me? He lives in a turkey field. It's gross. Nice neighborhood, bad turkeys. But she was on the ground crying. Why me? I work so hard. I go to school. I work a job. I save my money. I help around the house. And all of this is just happening to me. We can all see she doesn't have quite a positive outlook. And through her tears, I started to cry, because no parent wants to see their kid that emotionally distraught. And she was on the deep end. I quit school. I don't want to work anymore. I can't do this. I can't do that. Every time I do something good, something bad happens. I put the brakes on me. Whoa, Millie, hold on, Mama, let's do this. I took my daughter to dinner. We went to Houlihan's. My daughter's face was all swollen and red, and her eyes were bugging out, and these people must have thought we were nuts. But we went. And we talked about attitudes. And we talked about how her attitude, even through the bad times, will determine her attitude for the good times. How it will determine the outcome of what she is able to accomplish by giving in and saying, I can't, I won't, everyone is negative, this is negative, it doesn't work, I hate it, everybody hates me. That one speech alone. She says, Mom, don't life coach me. I don't want to be life coached. I'm just miserable. Let me wallow in myself. But that one speech, that one dinner, one sharing calamari and fish sticks, baby girl changed her attitude. From I can't, I never will, every time I try, to I've got a headache, let's go home and get some sleep. I can't do this anymore. One thing changed with her last night. She was smiling. We left. She wasn't in tears. Her belly was full. And she was a little bit happier than she was with all of the negative stuff. My daughter woke up this morning and she came in my room. And I said, how do you feel? She said, I feel good, Mom. I think we can do this, Mommy. She took a shower. She took my car. And she went to another car dealer. As we speak right now, my 18-year-old is successfully filling out the paperwork for a loan for a new car. Attitude changes everything from what can't be to what could possibly happen. My challenge to you is very simple. When you wake up tomorrow morning, instead of saying it's raining, it's too hot, it's cold, there's snow, whatever the negatives may be, stretch, smell the air, be happy to be alive, and start the day positive. Other people will undoubtedly try to throw negatives into whatever you are trying to accomplish. Don't let that deter you. You're stronger than that. You're better than that. I see it. Greet each day with kindness and a smile, and wait to see what your positivity brings back to you. I don't know what kind of attitude you woke up with this morning, and I don't know what you brought with you today. But I hope that you leave here with a better attitude. And I pray that you work on changing your attitudes, not for you to please others,